fellow brawlers, I'm KairosTime, and this is my most important video for 2022. I've made a little bit of a tradition of making a video like this once a year where I just kind of give an update on my life and this channel. I consider it my most important video for the entire year because even though this might not be what people typically want to watch on my channel, this is really the only time that I get to kind of like talk about my personal life and some of the things that have been going on my mind. And I have a lot of stuff on my mind, and last year was a really crazy year. So we're gonna slap on some gameplay right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just start talking. This is kind of like a little bit therapeutic for me to be able to get my thoughts out there. And this video is actually a little bit special because I am actually going to talk about the state of Brawl Stars. I don't normally do that in my most important video of the year videos, but it seems a little bit more relevant this year than in previous years. Now, I also do have some announcements regarding this channel and my other YouTube channels, along with some goals that I want to share with you guys. Plus, I have some thoughts that I want to share with those of you guys that actually care enough to watch through the end of the video. Let's start off by talking about the state of Brawl Stars and what it means for the future of my channel. Now, I've talked about this in the past couple of my 100% honest update review videos that I've done, but just in case you missed it, it's pretty clear that Supercell took the level 11 and Gears update in a direction that the community didn't exactly love. Now, don't panic. I'm not here spreading negativity about Brawl Stars. In fact, if somebody were to tell me right now that Brawl Stars is dying, I'd be like, dude, you have no idea. Brawl Stars is in an amazing spot right now. It was the 9th most watched game on YouTube last year, according to an article that I read on iSkysoft.com, which is actually insane. It had more views than Clash of Clans or Clash Royale or any other Supercell game, which is evidence of how well the game is actually doing. I don't know about specific like download numbers or anything like that, and I actually think that Brawl Stars has even more potential to do better this year. The last update is proof that the developers are listening to our feedback and they are willing to apply it. And if they make Gears as amazing as I envision them, then I think Brawl Stars has a very bright future ahead of it. They've got some work to do, and it'll take a little bit of time for them to actually get to doing that. And until then, Brawl Stars is experiencing at least somewhat of a dip in interest, okay? It's been good, but the interest is dipping. Now, my ability to provide for my family depends on the success of Brawl Stars in a very big way. It's like kind of weird if you think about it. Like in some ways, my ability to provide for my family depends more on Brawl Stars than the actual developers of Brawl Stars. like Supercell's not gonna fire their employees if Brawl Stars ends up flopping, right? That's not how Supercell works. They would find them other jobs, they'd give them different projects and things like that. But if Brawl Stars just died, like I would just be out of a job. I mean, hopefully I would have some other opportunities come up, but yeah, it's kind of scary, right? So when I see that there's a dip in interest for Brawl Stars, even if it's just a small dip, I tend to go on high alert. It's like red sirens everywhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, panic mode. If anything, I like to think that that is good for you guys because it is going to encourage me to make better videos, but sometimes it has the opposite effect. It's just kind of depressing for me. The stats, YouTube stats. Oh man, I love having analytics on my channel. I think it is super cool, but they can also be, I mean, they can be brutal. They can be just depressing. They really can be. And if I'm being completely honest, I really do not like having the stress of my family's financial success being completely dependent on something that I can't completely control. I can control the quality of my videos. I've learned that. I know how to make better videos than I did 2 years ago. And I absolutely have faith in the Brawl Stars developer team that they will continue to put out updates to try and keep people interested in the game. But I can't control what they do or how the community is going to react to what they do. Sometimes they come up with an idea that they're like, hey, this looks awesome. And I look at it and I'm like, hey, this looks awesome. And then it gets released and everybody's like, oh, it's actually not as fun as I thought it was. And so I'm less interested. I'm gonna disinstall or uninstall the game. I'm gonna stop watching KairosTime. You guys kind of get where I'm coming from. I'm always gonna try to improve my content and make it as good as possible for you guys, but I can't control Brawl Stars, so that's really stressful for me. I'm not trying to spread panic or like make you guys think that I'm worse off than I actually am. Like my family is very well taken care of because of my career as a YouTuber, like very well. But we are currently in the process of building a house, and that's gonna be our first house, okay? It typically takes people 15 to 30 years or longer to pay off a house. Like, with the way, I mean, the US economy right now, like, I don't know. I'm not going to get into economy and politics and things like that at all. But I'd like to think that I'm going to be able to make a living making Brawl Stars videos for 15 years from now. I just don't know how viable that dream actually is, okay? Last year I said the same thing, but at that time, things were going so incredibly well in Brawl Stars that rather than like trying to create content on other games or anything like that, I decided that I was going to focus as hard as I could on making the best videos for Brawl Stars because things were going so well for Brawl Stars that I felt like that was the best time and place for me to spend my energy. I think that this year is going to be a little bit different, okay? Not just because there's been a little bit of a dip in the interest in Brawl Stars, but also because I've worked really hard to build up my Kairos team. And by Kairos team, I mean the people that are working to create content for my channel. It's not just me. It's not even just me and my editor now. We've got more people helping create content for you guys. And this year is about expanding my content to other games. Don't panic. Brawl Stars isn't going anywhere, okay? In fact, this is still my #1 priority. Over the past 8 or so months, I've been hiring the right kinds of people to make sure that I would still be able to release Brawl Stars videos just as frequently as usual. And once I'm done setting up the infrastructure for my other channels, I might even be able to release more Brawl Stars videos on this channel than I'm currently doing because I'm bringing more people onto my team. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen other YouTubers like spread themselves a little bit too thin and their content has suffered because of it in the past. My goal is to create content on other games while also increasing the quality of my Brawl Stars videos. I want to make you guys better videos because I love making better and more exciting videos for you guys. Some of you guys might actually recall that I recently hired, it was actually 8 months ago, but I didn't announce it until like a couple months ago. I hired a semi-pro Brawl Stars player named Moxie to come. He actually works with me in my studio. He's not here right now, but he sits in that desk that you can't see. He's way better at Brawl Stars than I am. Like, he's insane. And I have been training him to help create videos for my Brawl Stars channel, like working on like script work, recording gameplay for things like Brawl Stars Olympics and things like that. And he's actually been making videos on this channel for the past 8 months. Obviously, I'm still the face of the channel. I'm very much devoted to being the main personality on this channel because it's my channel, it's who I am. And my personal touch is never going to leave this channel, right? But because of his competitive background in Brawl Stars, he's added much more of a skilled perspective on the game than I can personally provide, which means that my videos are higher quality because of it. I'm also bringing experts onto my team for the games that I cover on other channels, so that kind of like in a similar way, so that I can continue to make the best videos possible on my other channels as well, so that I'm not spreading myself too thin. Like I said, I take a lot of pride in making the best videos possible for you guys. It's what I love to do. That's why I created my YouTube channel. Well, I didn't know how to make good videos back then, but you get the idea. Up until now, I've only really been able to do that just one game at a time, and that's been Brawl Stars for the past 4.5 years. That's how long I've been making Brawl Stars videos for. That's crazy. And I am so excited to be able to create content for other games on other KairosTime channels. Many of you guys are probably already aware that I have created a second channel for Clash Mini. It's just a KairosTime Clash Mini, right? And honestly, I have been blown away at how much support has been shown on that Clash Mini channel. Like, even though I don't think that the game is ready to be released globally yet, I think it's close, and I think that Supercell has a really big hit on their hands. Like, I would be really surprised if the game did not go global sometime this year, and I've had so much fun playing the game, and it's really refreshing and exciting to create content on a game other than Brawl Stars. Not because I don't like creating content for Brawl Stars, obviously I love it, but like, it's like fun to like try, like I've done a lot of the same stuff on my YouTube channel for Brawl Stars, and I'm excited to like create different videos that work differently because it's a different game. And I'm also really excited to announce my third channel that is launching today. My third channel is going to be all about Free Fire, which I am super excited about. Click on the link below to subscribe right now. I actually already have a video right here. 23 tips that I wish that I knew when I first started playing Free Fire. I actually put a lot of thought into the decision to make a third channel for Free Fire, okay? Free Fire was the 4th most watched game on YouTube last year. Remember, Brawl Stars was number 9, and it was the #1 most watched mobile game on YouTube as well. It had even more downloads last year than Among Us did, okay? And just a few months ago, Free Fire released Free Fire Max, which is pretty much, it's the exact same game, and your account can be swapped back and forth between the regular version and the Max version, but it's made for higher end devices with higher graphics and smoother performance, right? I just feel like Free Fire has really positioned themselves to blow up this year, and honestly, I already know that it is amazing to work with them as a content creator. creator. Some of you guys will remember that I actually did a whole collaboration with MatPat on like my Brawl Theory video. It was actually on his channel. I met him at a Free Fire event. And it was actually then that I pitched the idea of like a Brawl Theory or a game theory video for his game theory channel. And I mean, obviously that was a big deal for me because I have obviously taken a lot of inspiration from his channel when it comes to my own Brawl Theory videos. I've also done some sponsored videos with them, some sponsored ads on my channel and things like that. And like every single time, seriously, they're so easy to work with. They're super fun. They're very creator centered. And I've actually seen how much they've helped other creators within their own community as well. And I really like that. Now, whenever I'm creating a new channel, it's always a risk to like invest the time to create that new channel, right? It's been a risk to create Clash Mini content, especially because it's not even globally released right now. And one thing I'm really excited for is the fact that Free Fire is actually willing to help sponsor that channel for the first few months while I get it up and running. And that's insane, right? It is such an amazing opportunity because I get to start another channel for a game that I love to play without the risk of wasting my time. I will make money from it, and I will be able to use that money to help support my family and justify the time that I'm spending on creating a third channel. It's insane. Like, I'm just so excited about that. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I'm very good at the game. Okay, I'll be honest. I have played with some pros before, and they are insane. Like, I play with them, and I'm just like, man, these guys are crazy. I can barely even keep up with them. But I really love playing the game, and I'll be working with some people who are much better at the game than I am to make the best content possible. So I would really appreciate you guys clicking the link below and just subscribing to my Free Fire channel. I'm just excited to create content for another game that I also love to play. Speaking of, I'm excited to announce my fourth channel, KairosTime Minecraft. I'm just kidding. This brings up a really important point here. If all I cared about was getting views on my YouTube channel, I would just force myself to learn how to be great at Minecraft and create Minecraft content, right? And there's a reason why I don't create Minecraft content. It's because I don't love it. And that brings up to the really important point that I'm only ever going to create content for games that I actually really enjoy playing. After all, when I first created my YouTube channel, I didn't even know that you could make a living doing that. I was just like, I like playing Clash Royale, so let's make videos on it. That sounds like fun, right? Anyway, that's why I'm creating content for Brawl Stars, Clash Mini, and Free Fire. And now we're going to completely switch topics and talk about just a bunch of random stuff that's been on my mind for the past year or so. First of all, I wanted to talk about what it means when you support any of my channels, okay? It used to be that watching my videos or using code Kairos would directly support myself and my family. That is still true, but it's actually a lot more than that now, okay? Now I have 2 editors to edit for my 3 channels, a graphic artist, FreeFGP, to help with the thumbnails, images, and I already told you guys about Moxie, who's an expert at Brawl Stars. I also have experts in the other games that I am covering to, you know, try and make the best videos possible, no matter which game I'm covering, because every time you watch one of my videos or use code Kairos, you're not only supporting me, it is much bigger than just me and my family. You are supporting everyone on the Kairos team. I already mentioned earlier that I started this channel just out of like a personal passion, not because I wanted to make money. And I can't tell you how personally rewarding it has been to like come to work every day and do something that I am so passionate about and that I really love. And if you've ever had something that you just like loved so much, you'll know what I mean when I say that I want to share that with other people. I want to be able to create that opportunity for other people to make a living doing what they love. And that's a really big reason why I pay very competitive wages for those who work on the Kairos team, because the KairosTime YouTube channels are no longer just about me, okay? It's not even just about my family. When you support my channels by liking my videos, by commenting, by watching through sponsored segments or an advertisement on one of my videos, or even just taking the time to watch every video that I put out without doing any of the other stuff, right? You are not just supporting the lives of my family and I, you are also supporting the lives of everyone on the Kairos team and their families as well. Obviously, I need to make videos worth watching so that you guys actually want to watch it. But I just wanted to take a moment to really thank you guys, like not just from me, but on behalf of everyone on the Kairos team. On that note, this has been an amazing year. It's been crazy. It's also been a hard year. This is gonna seem a little weird because I just told you guys I've got all these big plans to like expand and grow and develop and support not only my family, but like the families of other people and everybody on the Kairos team. But I would say that this was the first year where creating content started to feel like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say that it felt like work. Because, well, I mean, it's work. It is work. It absolutely is work. And I don't think it's unfair for me to call it work because it's hard work. Like, Man, my most popular video in 2021 was the Nuzlocke video that I released. You guys have no idea how many hours were spent on that video. Like, that was a full week of work for me and my editor. Like, to between the two of us, I would not be surprised at all if we put 100 hours of work into that. Then we had like the probably more than that. Then like the graphic for it and everything like that. Like, that video was insane. It's hard work to do this, okay? And I think that this is the first year, or last year was the first year when that kind of caught up to me, and it started to feel sometimes like it was more work than I was passionate about, which that is really sad to say. And I'm not sure if I'm feeling like burnt out or overworked, or if I'm just like getting bored. I honestly have no idea what it is, but I just ask that you guys like try and have like a little bit of patience with me every now and then, if I need to like take some breaks or something like that. I have goals to release just as much content this year as I did last year. I actually have goals to release more content this year than last year, and luckily I'm putting things into place so that I can do that. But at the same time, you know, a little bit of, I don't know, I guess just realize that I'm human, and I'm just like, you know, I'm just another guy that's just making YouTube videos because I like it, and I'm pretty lucky about where I got today, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say right here. This is just me sharing my thoughts right here, right? This is probably really unfortunate timing because I'm like, hey, I'm gonna announce my 3rd channel, and also everyone in the Kairos team is relying on me, and my family's building a house, and also like, I'm kind of bored or tired or burnt out or something, right? I don't know. Anyway, I don't want you guys to think this is me complaining, because I really don't think that's what I'm doing right here. I know that I am incredibly lucky to be in my position, and I've worked really hard to get where I am right now. But also I'm really lucky. Like it's kind of like a mixture of working hard and also having so much support from you guys. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts with you guys, because this video, it's the most important video, and it might not be the most important video for you guys, but it is the most important video for me. And so there's a bunch of thoughts that I just put out there for you. I'm hoping that if I set some goals, then I will feel more motivated. So here are some goals that I would like to accomplish in 2022. My first goal is to reach 1 million subscribers by the end of this year. That gold play button for YouTube. This is the year. This is the year when I think that is possible. Okay, every single year in the past, I'm like, could I make that the goal? And I'm like, it's a little bit too much of a stretch. I think it's important to set realistic goals, and I really do think that I can reach that goal. I also want to reach the goal of getting the 100,000 silver play button for my Clash mini channel and also for my Free Fire channels. Okay, I'm starting them right here at the beginning of this year. I think I could do that. I don't expect you guys to subscribe for content that you're not actually interested in watching. Okay, you don't need to. But if you like Clash mini content and you like Free Fire content, go subscribe to them. What is within my control is the number of videos that I release. Okay, last year I released an average of 1 video every 2.8 days on this channel. This year I'd like to release an average of 1 video every 2.5 days on this channel, okay? So increasing that by a fair amount, especially when you consider the fact that I also want to release more than 1 video per week on my Clash Mini channel, and also 1 video per week on my Free Fire channel as well. Honestly, I'd like to do a little bit more than that, but I don't want to try and set a goal that forces me to work too many hours, okay? Because that was a big issue of me 2 years ago, or last year, was that I was working way too many hours, and my goal was to not work so much and while continue releasing the same amount of videos that I have been doing. And that is why my next goal is to work at less than 50 hours a week if I can. I am working too many hours. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what maybe this is a secret sauce. I need to figure out how I can work less hours, release more videos for you guys, and maybe that'll make me more motivated. I don't know. But if I could do that, I could spend a little bit more time with my family and doing some things that I love that is not just YouTube, okay? I also have some physical goals if you guys would care to hear those goals. I would like to start opening my window at work every day, okay? This will be easier once I'm in my new house, because my current window setup right there, which you can't see, is it's behind a bunch of desks and computers and stuff like that, and it's really annoying to open and close. I'd also like to eat tastier and healthier food this year, which honestly should not be too hard, because my 2 most eaten meals this year were sugary cereal and ramen, both of which aren't very good for you. I'd also like to do some sort of physical activity at least once a week, okay? That's not even the recommended 3 times a week, but I believe in making one small change at a time when it comes to improving your health. And if I just did moderate exercise just once a week, and I managed to do that every week this this year, that would be an amazing improvement over what I'm doing right now. I've got a lot of other goals that I'd like to accomplish this year, but the one other goal that I really wanted to mention for you guys is that I want to do a better job at applying your feedback so that I can make the videos that you guys want. So here's what I'd like you guys to do. If you have any sort of feedback, I mean, honestly, like, I'm just at the point where I just want to do the best that I can, and even if you're like angry and upset with me, whatever, I will take your feedback to heart. And if you have that feedback, please share it using the comment section below, and make sure you include #feedback in that comment so that I will actually be able to see it. I wanted to end this video like I end every one of my most important videos, okay? And by that, I want to really sincerely thank you for all of the support that you guys have shown me. Whether you're a new subscriber or you've been watching me ever since I created Clash Royale content, I would not be able to do what I love without you guys watching my videos, and I just want you to know that I do not take it for granted. I know how incredibly lucky I am. If you have made it this far into the video, I want to hear from you. If you have feedback, make sure you use the feedback hashtag. But if there's something else you'd like to say, whatever it is, you can make sure that I see it by putting #KairosForever in the comment section below. I'm going to be reading more of the comments in this video than most of my videos, so now is a great time to leave a comment. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. If you are not already subscribed, I would really appreciate you guys clicking that button right there and subscribing to help me reach my 1 million subscriber goal by the end of this year. I'd also appreciate you guys subscribing to my Clash Mini channel right here and my Free Fire channel right here. And also, here are 23 tips that I wish that I knew when I first started playing Free Fire, which would be especially awesome if you watched. For now, this is KairosTime ticking by, and we will see you forever. That's the goal, at least.